Harry Morgan, Christian Slater, told Maria Lagerta, Christina Milian, how he knew Brian Moser in Dexter, Original Sin, but one part of his confession didn't make any sense. Harry Morgan's relationship with Laura Moser, Brittany Allen, has been a major focus all season, and it finally came to a head in Original Sin Episode 9. After discovering that Brian Moser, Roby Attle, was the NHI killer, Harry tried to hide his file and take his name out of the investigation. Maria Lagerta, however, saw him do so, and she confronted Harry about it in the newest episode. When Maria asked Harry why he was trying to protect Brian Moser, Harry surprisingly came clean about it. He told Maria about his affair with Laura, her death at the hands of Hector Estrada, and how Brian was placed into foster care. He conveniently left out Dexter's familial connection to Brian, but for the most part, he told the truth. One part of Harry's confession, however, didn't make any sense, and it created a fairly large plot hole in Dexter, Original Sin. Why wouldn't Harry have kept tabs on Brian Moser before Dexter, Original Sin? Harry could have used his sway as a police sergeant to make sure Brian didn't want revenge. While he was confessing, Harry mentioned that he always wondered what happened to Brian. That wasn't just part of his cover story, either, as Camilla Figg, Sarah Kinsey, later mentioned that she couldn't unearth any of Brian's sealed files. It doesn't make any sense that Harry just wouldn't keep tabs on Brian after he left the Morgan house, though. Harry adopted Brian for a short time, and he had a violent outburst and tried to kill Deb. Why would Harry just not bother checking up on the kid who almost killed his daughter and certainly blamed him for the death of his mother? The most likely reason Harry didn't try to monitor Brian through the years is because of the same files Camilla referenced. As a juvenile who was kept in a medical facility, all of Brian's files were sealed, even to the police. Harry, however, could have leveraged his sway as a police sergeant and his connections to judges and other law enforcement officials to look at Brian's files if he really wanted to. As of Original Sin Episode 9, it seems like Harry knew that Brian was a ticking time bomb and just looked the other way. Dexter, Original Sin hints Brian will finally come after Harry in Season 1. Brian is killing everyone who kept him from Dexter and he blames Harry the most. Harry's decision to not check up on Brian over the years could have some dire consequences in Original Sin Season 1. Brian has already proven that he's killing people who he blames for separating him from Dexter. He told Barb, Kathleen Rose Perkins, as much just before chopping her to bits, and he already killed his therapist and nurse from the psychiatric facility. Brian certainly blames Harry for taking him away from Dexter, which means Harry is more than likely on Brian's shortlist of future victims. Original Sin may even be gearing up to retcon Harry's eventual suicide into another of Brian's murders. The fact that Brian is almost certainly going to try to kill Harry, and possibly succeed, is just further proof that Harry should have kept up to date with his life. If Harry had been getting updates about Brian, he would have known when Brian was released from the psychiatric facility, which would have given him time to prepare. Harry could have been on the lookout for Brian, and he wouldn't have been so caught off guard by his return. Now, however, Harry's mistake may prove to be fatal before Dexter, Original Sin Season 1 is over.